Hi everyone, I'm Karen, and today I'm going to be answering the question from our final cut evaluation, which is question 3, and the question is, what have you learnt from your audience feedback and how important was it to ask the audience for feedback? So my group decided to send out a survey using SurveyMonkey. We sent this out to the whole of our sixth form, so probably aging from about 16 to however old our staff is. So yeah, and we received 17 responses in total for our 7 questions. Our first question was, did you enjoy our music video? We had asked this question in order to gain like an overall view on whether our audience mostly liked our video or whether they mostly disliked our video. So majority of people who answered said that they had liked our video. 40 people responded yes. 2 people responded no, and 1 person responded confused. From this, fairly assumed that the people who said yes would probably understood the narrative. They liked the changes that we made in terms of putting narrative and performance together. Also, they may have probably liked the fact that we included a female in the video. However, they weren't stereotypically videoed or filmed in a way that is for male attention, so the idea of the male gaze. However, to contrast this, people who said no probably didn't enjoy this, and they probably would have preferred to watch a normal or graph video that's completely to the codes and convention. The person who said that they were confused, they had asked who Fabian was. So Frank and Fab's Fabian being the second artist. However, I don't really feel like we could have made it any clearer that we had 2 artists, because we had the 2 different performance sections where Frank and Fabian both were under the red lighting in the black box, and we also had a performance section where they were together, so it was quite clear who was who, especially through the lyrics as well. So I don't feel like we could have made it any more obvious that there was 2 artists, or made it any obvious who Frank or Fab was. Our second question was, what was good about the music video? And from the responses, people mainly enjoyed our narrative, and they also enjoyed our cinematography also. A lot of people said that they enjoyed everything. Some mentioned that they enjoyed the editing, storyline and the lighting. Some felt that it was dramatic, and also they felt that it flowed well. Someone also mentioned here that they liked how the past was shot in black and white, and they also liked the shot where the ambulance was passing through. So yeah, quite positive the responses that we gained on this question. All in all, it pretty much just suggests that we did quite good on putting in the narrative, because everyone seems to have enjoyed it quite well, and from what they're saying, it seems that our cinematography complemented our narrative also, as well as our editing, applying the black and white to show that it's in the past, and also using the slow motion, when the flashbacks were going through, just so the audience can understand it better, that they had more time to process what's going on. Someone mentioned about the flashbacks were clear. So yeah, they also mentioned that they liked our storyline, so I'm assuming that they felt that our visuals represented the song well, because the song was about death, and we were able to show that through our visuals without like copying the original video or doing too much, like doing something that gave it away instantly. Our third question asked them what they felt was bad about the video, what we could improve, and some people felt that the performance could be better in both Frank and in Fabs. Some said that they felt that the scenes where Frank is having a celebration, they felt that was a bit confusing, but mainly what we received was that the lip syncing could have been better. Someone also mentioned that he felt that we could have had more of a variety of backgrounds and places. Yeah. So in terms of like the lip syncing, I personally do feel like we could have done a better job on the lip syncing. I felt that it was quite difficult for us to get everything like in sync because of like the constant changes and the fact that we had loads of flashback shots and the fact that they were in slow motion and stuff. So yeah, that was quite difficult. Also, I feel like if we did have like if the lip syncing was stronger, especially in Frank's bit, I think it would have been just much more powerful in terms of the stories mainly about him rather than Fabian. So in terms of our background, our aim was kind of to stick to like the Hackney area and like using things that made it quite clear that it was a Hackney area. But the reason why we did this was to like make it clear that, you know, this is where the artists are from, like, and like this kind of explains or helps to explain like why they may have gone through the events that they have made the song about. Also, in a lot of grime videos, they tend to like represent their area and like the place that they're from. So we try to, you know, use a variety of places. However, the person who commented that we could have used more backgrounds may have been like used to these areas, so they may have not felt that, you know, they were very powerful, or they may have been used to seeing them, so it may have not had much effect to them. But yeah, that was the negative comments, or the comments that people thought that we could make improvements. Question 4, we asked them if they had known the song before they had watched our video. So we wanted to on this question, we wanted to see if we had like done a good job in terms of promoting the video, or promoting the song. So we had put it on our, like, it's a song on our digipack, and we had put it on our website as well. We'd also made social media to promote the music, and we made like Snapchat and stuff to promote the song. So on this question, we wanted to see if like we were able to like get the views up and like getting people to have recognized the song in comparison to when the song was released by the actual artist. And 7 people commented no. 7 people commented that they hadn't known the song before. Out of the 17 people, 1 person said they don't remember, and 9 people said yes. So I mean, we did relatively a good job considering that, you know, it was students and stuff. Question 5, we asked them whether they thought that there was a link between our products, so the website, the digipack, and the video. On this question, 9 people commented that they felt that there was a link, which is quite good actually. 6 people said that it does make sense to a certain extent, and 2 people said that they don't know. So I think that the people who like completely agreed possibly would have got the idea of the theme being black and white through the video, the website and the digipack. They probably would have understood that it's that, you know, that theme is supposed to represent the past. So I think that we did a good job on, you know, on like our metaphor and like trying to be like creative and have this like theme and synergy throughout all of our products, but like I said, not in a way that just gives it away or something that's too like cliche. So yeah, 9 people said that they felt like that was a link. 6 people said that they felt that it made sense to a certain extent, so maybe they didn't like feel like we made it obvious enough. I'm not too sure what we did. Like, also have it on our website where we had the theme in black and white as well, and I feel like through like the names on our digipack or like the song titles as well, I feel like that may have given away slightly a bit. So and the 2 that said they don't know. Question 6 was, did you understand everything in the music video? So 13 people said yes, so that's quite high out of the 17 responses. 1 person said no, that they didn't understand, and 3, yeah, one person said no. Actually 4 people said no. These answers need to load.
Keep quiet, I'm preaching. Put a sock in it. Put a sock on the fire alarm. Fingers looking like a firearm. When I spit this fire, plus I came with a fire. What's that?
It's not loading. How good. Oh, there we go. Okay, so yeah, so 4 people said no, and they said that this is because they don't understand who Fabs is. They said that they didn't understand some of the narrative bits, and someone said that they didn't understand the incident that happened. So like I said, in terms of Fabs, I felt like we made it quite clear who Frank was and who Fabs was, and like who the song was mainly about. And yeah, like we made it quite obvious that there were 2 artists. I think it's quite fair for them to have said that they didn't understand like the narrative bit, because like we didn't want to show off too much. But the reason why we didn't want to show off too much is because we didn't want our video to be too much like the first one. Like we wanted to be quite creative and like change it a bit, because like the idea wouldn't be original and wouldn't have much to work with if we were just to copy the original video. Yeah, and someone said that they didn't understand the incident that happened. Like I said, it may have been because we didn't want to make things too obvious for the audience. But I feel like in a sense that we did, because we included the hospital, we included a body being covered, we included the close-up shot of the mother crying, of her praying as well. So I think it was quite obvious. And obviously, if you listen to the lyrics as well, as the song is playing, it like shows that like what the song is about and the incident that had taken place. So our final question was, how could we improve our music video? Previously someone mentioned that they wanted us to have more shots and more background, so I'm assuming that they would have liked more montage editing and more shots to be included. Someone said that they would have liked more locations. Also they said that they would like a better performance. I'm sure that they mean the lip syncing, but yeah, I think like we could have done a better job on the lip syncing. I do feel like it wasn't powerful enough. Like I feel like Fabs or Fabian was like had more like power, or like had more expression when he was rapping compared to Frank, which I feel like should have been the opposite way around, because it is about Frank's family compared to Fabian. So someone felt that we could have less repetitive scenes on more locations. So this is probably, well, this is because we like replayed all of the shots that we had included in Hayden's or Gideon's bit. We had like added them again to the chorus section, but we did it like on every second beat. So yeah, that's probably why they felt that way. Also, they said that we could have made the story more obvious, but like I said before, we didn't want to do that because we didn't want our video to be just like the first one, and we wanted our audience to understand the concept of, like, you know, the black and white, it being in the past, it being flashbacks. Someone passed away, but we didn't want to do too much. We felt that would just be like too cliche, and the video would just be boring if we're just like going by like they say something, we show it. So like we tried that, we did that with a shot where the song mentions money doubling up, and then we had like money on the floor, and it just didn't look like right. So we wanted to, like, I think it's a good aim in the fact that we wanted to change a lot of like stereotypes, and we wanted to like develop closer conventions. So I feel like for a first try and for an effort, we did quite well. Someone also said that we could have included more of Hayden, which is Frank. But yeah, all in all, I do feel like we created quite an effective video, because majority of the responses that we had gained were like quite positive. Most people understood our concept and what we were like aiming to put across. And yeah, I do also feel like, you know, there is room for improvement. However, like, the improvements are obvious, so it's not anything like too bad that we've done that we hadn't like realized ourselves. But yeah, all in all, I feel like the feedback that we received was quite positive. So this shows that everything that we did was effective in terms of, you know, changing codes, conventions and stereotypes and stuff, and putting a narrative and performance together, and, you know, not attempting to copy the original video, and being creative and, you know, having freedom in that sense. But yeah, thank you for listening, and bye.